Om Shanti everyone, good morning. Welcome to this special series of learning and inspiration from Mama. And today is the last sharing of our Sheilu Didi from Madhuban. So we are so fortunate to have Sheilu Ben with us this morning. Sheilu Ben, welcome. Very warm welcome, Sheilu Ben. And we are so happy that you are going to be with us this morning on special days of Mama. We remember Madhuban, we remember Baba, Bab Dada, whole Madhuban family, and you are the jewel of Madhuban Brahmin clan, Madhuban jewel, and the world jewel, the light of and the lamp of the world, light of Brahmin clan. And we are so fortunate to have you here with us this morning. We know it is morning for us, 10 o'clock, and it is 8:30 India time. So good evening to you, and I welcome you with these beautiful flowers. Please accept these flowers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It reminds us your days. It reminds us your days that you came here to Tapasya Dham. So we are in Tapasya Dham, retreat place, and we are, yeah, you can see the flowers now? Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All right. And so thank you. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation in these special days of Mama. We are all remembering Mama and remembering her specialities and also becoming like Mama, Shiv Shakti Avatar, incarnation of power, they say, in the path of devotion. So first of all, we will show a very small video of Mama, and then Sister Rajani will give your introduction, and Sheilu Ben, we will hear from you all the learning and Mama's inspiration that you have experienced in your Brahmin life. And so we will be very happy to hear from you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Sheilu Didi.
Can I start? Yeah. Om Shanti.
Sister Rajani, Sheilu Didi, Sister Rajani
Yes.
will give your introduction because there are some new ones also. Rajani Ben, you can start.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good morning. Good evening to Sister Sheilu. Today, I'd like to introduce all of you to Sister Sheilu. Born in 1948 in Bombay, Sister Sheilu came in contact with the Brahma Kumaris in 1960 at the tender age of 12. Her deep interest in spirituality and inner life experiences led her to study Raj Yoga meditation, which gave her great concentration of the mind and of the intellect. She obtained her science graduation from Bombay University in 1969 and immediately dedicated her life to the organization in order to be an instrument for spiritual enlightenment in the society. From 1970 to 1974, she lived in Mumbai, Bangalore, Kathmandu, and Hyderabad. Her versatile grasp of the spiritual dimension make her presentations and seminars for scientists, jurists, educators, media persons, politicians, and the medical profession particularly relevant and contemporary. She is also the national coordinator of the education wing of the Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation and the coordinator in India for Living Values course. So I extend warm welcome to Sister Sheilu again and invite her to share her precious insight with all of us. Sister Sheilu.
Thank you, Sister Rajni. Thank you, Sister Ranjan, and all the brothers and sisters of Dallas. It gives me a great pleasure today to address all of you and share with you some experiences with Mama of myself and also her specialities, because I feel very, very fortunate to have not only seen Mama, but also taken some sustenance from her, although not much. I came into this organization in 1960 at the age of 12, and I can say with very great pride that I took my spiritual birth in Baba's lap, in the sense that I went for the first time to meet Baba in Mumbai with my mother, and I was 11, 12 years old. And Baba called me and said, "Come, child, come." And I felt I found my father. Although I had not seen Baba before, I did not have his knowledge. First time I went to meet Baba with my mother. And the moment I saw Baba, I felt a great pull, like a magnetic pull. And then Baba said, "Come, child, come." And I ran to Baba and just clinged Baba. And Baba patted on my back and said, "The child has come back to the father." So I felt I found my real father. And then I continued going to the center. I used to go to the center, and Baba would speak the Murli because he was in Mumbai. So it was a very good beginning for me to attend Baba's Murli straight away, having taken spiritual birth in Baba's lap and then being sustained by Baba's Murli. And then in 1961, I had this opportunity to go to Mount Abu. So I came to Mount Abu in 1961 and with my mother, and Mama was in Madhuban. So I got some opportunity to be close to Mama and listen to Mama's Murli, because maybe I came in 62 or 61, I'm not very sure. But I did listen to many of Mama's Murlis in Madhuban. Mama had so much respect for Brahma Baba. I could see that, feel it, experience it, how much respect she had for Brahma Baba. Mama would be conducting Murli class in the morning, and then as Baba would come, she would immediately stop speaking. Baba would tell her, "Mama, continue, continue, finish your point." But Mama completely silent. And this was respect for Brahma Baba. And then Baba would start the Murli. So we can see how much respect Mama had for Baba. Whatever Baba said, immediately she brought it into practical form. Never a thought came in her mind that I, how can I do what Baba wants me to do? Not possible, it's difficult. Not even once she had this thought. Once Baba told her to do something, and then she went to do it, and many sisters told her, Mama, how will you be able to do it? It's not possible. But Mama said, no, Baba has said it, and it will definitely be done. Baba has said it, it means he knows it can be done, and I will definitely do it. So you can imagine how much respect she had for Baba. So I was 8 days in Madhuban at that time. I got a lot of sustenance from Baba and Mama. And before leaving, Mama gave me a beautiful present, a little gift. It was a purse, a small purse of pearls, pearls purse during those days, maybe 1961 or 62. And then after that, Mama had to come to Mumbai because she had some physical problems, physical ailments. So she came to Mumbai. And again, I had this privilege of being close to Mama at that time because Mama would speak the Murli every morning and then I would go to school. So this was also good. I was a double student. I would come in my school uniform to attend Murli class of Mama and then go to school. So during those days, it was a beautiful time for me because I came so close to first to Baba and then to Mama and then to both in Madhuban and then again with Mama when I came to Madhuban. When I came to, uh, Mama was in Bombay. So I can say that I'm very fortunate because whenever Mama and Baba used to come to Mumbai, so many dadis used to also come to Mumbai from all over India. So I had the privilege of meeting all the dadis as well, not just Mama and Baba. And the daddies gave me so much love because I used to go in my school uniform to the center, listen to the Murli, and then go to school. So those were my best days of my life, I can say. And then, of course, uh, I remember when Mama became quite sick, she was in Brother Ramesh's house because Ramesh Bhai of Mumbai, Ramesh Shah, his Lokik's sister was a doctor and Mama had cancer, and therefore a lot of treatment was necessary. So she stayed in Ramesh Bhai's house for her treatment. So I used to go to her house as well and to Ramesh Bhai's house as well. But then I used to see that although Mama has so much physical pain, but there was always a beautiful smile on her face. Always. She was above that pain. She was totally soul conscious. She met everyone with love as if she had no physical problem at all. But we knew that yes, Mama did have, but she didn't express that from her face. So Mama had so much of tolerance power. I remember one day Mama was giving a class to the Kumaris in Mumbai. And I was also one of the Kumaris sitting in the class. We were about 20, 25 Kumaris attending Mama's class. And at that very moment, a young sister, a young Kumari, she came running to Mama in, in spite of, seeing that we are all attending Mama's class. So she came in running and she started complaining about one sister, one other Kumari. She started complaining about her. And I saw on Mama's face that she was so calm, so cool, in spite of that girl complaining about another sister to Mama. So she was very calm, Mama, and Mama told her, okay, I will see to it. You just sit down and listen to the class. So she sat down, but inside, I'm sure she must be grumbling that because she was complaining about the other sister. And then the other sister, about whom the first sister was complaining, she also came to the class, and Mama told her also to sit down. So we both sat down, and Mama continued with the class. And after class, when everybody had left, Mama told those two sisters to sit back, not to stay back. And then Mama was very sweet. She was very sweet also with that sister about whom the complaint came from the first sister. And then, Mama, the second sister, tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. And the other sister very sweetly, very softly told about the whole situation. Actually, it was not the second sister's fault at all. It was the first sister's fault. And Mama understood it immediately. So when the second sister explained, Mama listened and she started praising the second sister. And the first sister who had come, come to the class and complained about the second sister, Mama told her, see, you know how many mistakes you have made? Mama made her realize the first mistake was that Mama was conducting class and you came in the middle of the class and you started complaining about that sister. Was it right? Tell me, was it right? And that was sister immediately, she felt ashamed because definitely it was not right to really complain in the middle of the class. And then secondly, she asked her, she said, see, when you were telling me or complaining about her to me, how was your face at that moment? You were like literally shouting and and probably getting upset with me, angry with me. I did not do anything. So why was your stage like that? You should have come and sit down very, very softly, and then at the end we would think about it. But so this was your second fault. And thirdly, that actually it wasn't her fault, but you are at fault. Can you understand that it is your fault? And in order to save yourself, in order to feel protected, you came grumbling to Mama. So the other sister realized her mistake, and then Mama said, okay, past is past, forget it. Now both of you join hands, both of you embrace each other and say sorry to each other. Both of you say sorry to each other. So we were young girls, no, not very aged people. About maybe that time just 13, 14 years, Kumaris. And then both of the sisters, they met and said sorry to one another, and that was it. The situation was over. And then not once did Mama ever tell any of these two sisters that they were wrong or they were wrong or they were right and so on. So it was finished. This was what Mama was. She never told anybody else also that these two sisters have been quarreling and grumbling. Mama did not say to anyone. So Mama had this power to resolve conflicts too. And as this was Mama's speciality, Baba would always tell her to meet all the dedicated sisters also in the yajna. And Mama would ask everyone, did any of you make any mistakes? did any one of you do something which was against Shrimat? And then if no one would say anything, Mama would ask the second question. Okay, did you see anyone doing any mistake? Although you might not have done it, but you saw someone else doing it, you can tell about that too. So Mama would ask in this way and then resolve all the conflicts if there were any. So Mama was a great administrator. Mama was not only a great administrator, but also a great mother. Although she was so young in age, she came to Baba at a very young age of 17. And her story maybe her father was also a diamond merchant. He was dealing in diamonds like Brahma Baba. But then he met, he ran into debt. He became bankrupt. His whole business toppled. And this gave him such a big heart attack that he died in that sorrow because of the that can say the bankruptcy which he went through. And then he had to give up all his business and all his houses which he had, his property, because he was living in Amritsar in Punjab, and and he died there. So Mama got her education in Amritsar in Punjab. But then after the death of her father, she and her mother both went to Hyderabad, Sindh. At that time, Sindh was part of Bharat. Only after partition, Sindh went to Pakistan. But before that, it was all one Bharat. So from Amritsar, she went back to Sindh, which was her hometown, home state. And she went to uncle's house, means a mother's brother's house. He took care of both of them, his sister and Mama. So Mama's name was Om Radhe, was Radhe actually. And after she came to Baba, she actually used to, chant Om. And the moment she would chant Om, everyone would get an experience of Lakshmi through her or Radhe through her. And from Baba, they would get experience of Krishna. So that was the beginning stage in the yajna. But then how she came to Baba, this was also a wonderful story. Because after the death of her father, mother and daughter both came to Hyderabad, Sindh. But her mother used to cry and cry a lot, used to cry all the time because of the death of her husband. And during those days, a widow was considered to be, you know, like a bad omen for them. If a widow would just walk on the street or next to any shop, she would come. Immediately, the men would get so angry with that widow because they would feel that a widow has come to my shop. It means a bad omen for me. So the women at that time were actually tortured. They had no freedom for anything. They were just confined to four walls. And if someone would become a widow, she had to wear black clothes for 1 year and cry and cry and cry. So Mama, whose name was Radhe, she did not like this way of behavior of a mother because she knew that, okay, now the soul won't come back. So why is my mother crying so much? But then what could Mama do? But she was a very brilliant child in school. She could sing so well, she could dance so well, she also won so many awards, and she was very beautiful too. So, of course, because of that, she got a very good name in the school and in whole of town of Hyderabad. Since she became quite well known. But then, seeing the plight of her mother, she wasn't really very happy. So one day, someone told her that you take your mother to Baba, and the moment she will see Baba, she will not cry anymore. And it was really a miracle because when she took her mother to Baba, her mother got a vision of Sri Krishna from Baba. And the moment she saw Krishna in Baba, immediately she started laughing loudly, laughing and laughing and laughing. And this became big news that Radhe's mother came crying to Dada Lekhraj and she went back laughing. So this was definitely a big news because a big transformation came in her mother's life. But then afterwards, how both of them dedicated themselves to Baba. Her mother used to see many visions, but Mama never saw any vision. Never. Her mother was like a also trans messenger in the yajna, but not Mama. Mama had not seen vision even once, not even a point of light, in visions, but she became so knowledgeable. She became the goddess of knowledge, Saraswati. Baba gave her this beautiful title because whatever Baba would speak, she would elaborate on that, and then give it in detail, explain everything like a mother would do to her children. And this is why she was called the mother. She gave so much motherly love to everyone. Although there were many other sisters who were older than her in the yajna, but Baba gave her this title, Jagatamba Saraswati. It was Brahma Baba who called her Mama. Of course, she was the daughter of Brahma Baba, but then she became the Yajna mother, and she became the leader. And with her, 7 other sisters were there. And Baba surrendered all his property to these 8 sisters. Like Baba said in today's Murli also, which you must have heard in the morning, that how his Baba surrendered immediately the moment Shiva Baba told him, now surrender all your property to these mothers. So he willed everything on the name of these sisters, and Mama was the leader in that. And that was the beginning of the yajna. So we very proudly say that Brahma Baba, he sowed one seed of his property, his wealth, and whatever, everything. He sowed a seed and surrendered in front of the mothers. And that one seed has led to such a huge tree of the Brahma Kumaris organization in the whole world. So it was one seed which was planted by Brahma Baba. And Mama was one of the pioneers who came to Brahma Baba at the beginning. But then how she became a world mother. It is a wonderful thing. So Mama had many, many specialities. When Mama came, of course, she was very poor, because her father had become bankrupt. And that is why Baba says in the Murlis that Mama did not bring anything with her. She came empty handed, because her mother's sorrow she could not bear. So both came empty handed and both of them surrendered immediately to Baba. So although she did not bring a single penny, but how she became Goddess Lakshmi without even giving one penny in the yajna. She came in that one dress and that was it. She then never went home. Her mother also did not, because anyway they were living in the mother's brother's house. They had nothing with them. They left everything in Amritsar and came back empty handed to Hyderabad, and then continued living with the uncle. So that was it. But then how she became the Yajna mother. She has so many special qualities. They say in Bhagavad that Radhe stole Krishna's flute. Krishna was looking for his flute, but he couldn't find it. And Radhe stole it in the sense she took it and then refused to give it to him. So she was like next to Krishna with the flute. So Mama used to play the flute of knowledge, we can say, a real Saraswati, a real river uh, of the purifier river who was purifying all the souls. Now, Mama had unlimited speciality. She used to go into great depth of all the Murli points. At least 5, 6 times she used to read every Murli. At the beginning in Karachi, Baba lived in another house with his family, and Mama lived with the mothers and the Kumaris and the sisters. So Baba would write the Murli and send it to Mama, and then Mama would explain the Murli, elaborate the Murli, and also give details of the points of the Murli. So we can see that how right from the beginning Mama became the goddess of knowledge. She used to play the sitar also very well. And also they show Saraswati with the sitar. That was her speciality. Mama was so introverted. I remember how Mama used to walk so peacefully. Whenever she would see that someone is walking, as if she or he's running and making sound. But Mama would say, see, you are giving sorrow even to this earth. The earth is also like your mother. You must not give sorrow to your mother. See how you have to walk. You should not make any sound. So she would say it with so much love that nobody really felt that we are being corrected or what we have done is how why is she telling me to do what I should do. But then Mama was giving so much love to everyone, so much love that she really became the goddess of knowledge, the great mother, Jagat Amba, world mother. Mama had so many other specialities. If I go to count them, they will be unlimited. But I can share a few. Um, Mama would always be very, very disciplined. Never, Mama uttered any words which were against Shriman. We often may say something which we should not be saying or speaking. But Mama was very disciplined. Her drishti was also very, very pure. She was never attracted towards anything in this world. Nothing, never. However much wealth came in front of her, but not once was there any attraction. Not once there was any attraction for any food. She did not have any likings or dislikings. She used to say, whatever we get in Baba's home, we should be able to appreciate it. We should be able to use it in a worthwhile way. She would never say, I don't like this or I don't like that. We often say, don't we, I don't like this, I don't like that. But then she never said, whatever she was given, yes, Baba. Whatever she was told to do, yes, Baba. So this was a speciality. And Mama had so many other specialities. Mama's heart was very clean, very clean. Very often we can say that we say something, but we really mean something else. We think something else and we do something else. But Mama's heart was very, very clean. Whatever she thought, that's what she said and that's what she did. She never, even if something would go wrong, and Baba used to tell her, Mama, not like this, it should be like that. And she would accept it. And once she made a mistake, she would never repeat that. And this is what she used to tell everyone. Who is a good effort maker? A good effort maker is not the one who does not make any mistake. A good effort maker is the one, if he makes a mistake once, he corrects it and then never repeats that mistake. What we sometimes do, we make a mistake and then we say, oh, I'm so sorry. But then we repeat those mistakes. In spite of saying sorry, we forget it and then again commit the same mistake again. But then Mama used to say a good effort maker means the one who never repeats his mistake. We learn from a mistake and then never repeat it. That is why there's a very beautiful saying: a wrong judgment can lead to a bad experience, because the judgment, if it is wrong, it can give you a bad experience. But then that bad experience should then lead you to a good judgment. Later on, you should not get that bad experience once again, because your judgment should always be right. So once your judgment was wrong, you learn from that and then you never repeat that mistake. So this was Mama's speciality, and this is what she used to tell to everyone. What we usually do is we say sorry, sorry. We are so used to saying sorry all the time, and we keep on making mistakes. But this was Mama's speciality. So she was a very good effort maker, I should say. And she used to give this training to everyone that you have to be good effort makers. And her meditation was really so powerful, so powerful. Her drishti was so powerful. First of all, very beautiful eyes they were also. And Baba used to tell her that your eyes will do a lot of service. You can see from Mama's pictures how much powerful her drishti is. So that's what she was. There were many instances when people used to, um, you know, create obstacles in the yajna. But then Baba would send Mama there wherever people were creating obstacles. And Mama would go there and meet those people. And the moment they used to see Mama with that smiling face and that humility and, you know, so much respect for everyone, seeing her, immediately they used to cool down. They used to realize their mistake and then, you know, beg for forgiveness for all the wrong they had done. So this was Mama's speciality. She was able to pacify everyone. She was able to finish all the obstacles in any center wherever she went. So this is what we could see in Mama. And then we can say that how Mama, because of Mama's cool nature, we could feel that not even once Mama ever got angry with anyone. We sometimes show a stern eye. We sometimes speak words of anger. Or we sometimes get irritated, upset. These things happen. And many say, oh, but I'm a human being. No, I'm not become a goddess. But Mama was also a human being, not that she wasn't. But then we used to see that how cool and calm she was. So Mama was like the moon and Brahma Baba was the sun. Hmm. Mama was the river of knowledge, very, very cool, very, very calm. But Baba was the sun of knowledge. You can see the difference between Mama's Murlis and Baba's Murlis. Baba's Murlis are like an ocean. An ocean means one wave coming from here, the other wave coming from another side, the third wave coming from the third side, the fourth wave coming from the fourth side. Because Baba was a big ocean and very, very vast, very, very unlimited. But Mama was a soft river. She would take up only one point of the Murli and she would churn on that point and then give an elaboration on that point. So very, not only very calm and cool, but then going to the depth of every point of knowledge. Many Murlis we hear of Mama, how it is only based on one point and then the depth of that one point. And once we understand that depth, then we can understand Baba's Gyan very accurately. Just like a mother, how she feeds her children. When the children are very small, they cannot digest very hard food or very heavy food. So she um, makes the food so soft and feeds the child in his mouth or her mouth. So Mama was like that, because the points of Gyan were sometimes so deep that any ordinary person could not understand. So Mama would simplify those Gyan points and then serve to the children. That is why Mama's Murlis were very, very special. And because of their sweet tone, their sweet voice, everyone would enjoy Mama's Murlis much more than even Baba's Murlis. Because Baba's Murlis were like an ocean. So after understanding from Mama's Murlis, then they would understand Baba's Murlis. So that she was a real mother like that. Mama never had any desires of her own, no desires whatsoever. Many would ask Mama, Mama, what will you eat? What do you like very much to eat? We can prepare that. Mama would say, no, I like everything. Whatever you cook, whatever you serve Baba, from Baba's home, I will definitely like it, because it is God's food. It is Brahma Bhojan. So Brahma Bhojan means whatever you get in Brahma Bhojan, you should like it. And that is why I don't have particular desires for any particular food as such, because she had conquered her tongue as well. She had conquered all her senses. She had no particular taste, no particular wish for listening to something special, no particular uh, wish that I should see this, I should see that. I remember once Nirvair Bhai and Ramesh Bhai, they had taken Mama on a tour in Mumbai. When Mama was in Mumbai, Ramesh Bhai took her in his car on a tour of Mumbai. And you know, they took her to many places, but Mama would go there and just, be quiet and silent. And the once Ramesh Bhai asked her, Mama, did you see that? Mama, did you see this? Did you see that? Mama would say, no, I never saw it. I didn't see anything. Because Mama was in a different world. She never really took any, had an inquisitive nature of knowing this, knowing that, because she knew that time was very precious for her. Every moment was very precious for her. And she had to use every thought, every breath, every moment in a worthwhile way. And this is what she did. Not one thought or one moment she wasted in her life. And she was very economical too. If somebody would be wasting money like that, Mama would tell her, how we have to be economical, because this money which has come in the yagya, it is hard earned money. And if we are wasting it, we are losing all our fortune. We are losing our fortune of the future. So you have to be very careful. So Mama was very careful herself, and this is what she used to tell others as well. So these were Mama's specialities. How much I can, elaborate. And Mama would had so much control over her thoughts. In a second, she could just withdraw. This is what we saw in Mama. In 1 second, she would withdraw from the body and become bodiless. In 1 second, she would be lost in Baba's love. She would be absorbed in Baba's knowledge too. She used to wake up every morning at 2 a.m. and churn like Brahma Baba. So she copied Brahma Baba so well, so well. There was never a chance when we could say that, oh, she's different from Baba. So Mama and Baba, The sun and the moon, they were our ideals for us. And I feel very fortunate for having seen them, for having met them, for having taken their sustenance. And I used to feel that just as Mama can go into the depth of every point of knowledge, I also should do the same. And therefore, I consider myself very fortunate that I could take so much inspiration from Mama. And I remember when I was in Africa, in Mauritius, 74 to 76, and when I came to Madhuban, Dadi Prakashmani made me live in Madhuban because double foreigners had started coming to Madhuban. So I asked Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi ji, what if more efforts I should make now as I'm living in Madhuban? Because double foreigners had started coming and centers had opened in many countries. So they were coming, and this was in the year 1976. So Mama Dadiji told me that you are a very good teacher, but you have to be a very good mother as well. So see how Mama was, see how the Dadis are, how they are able to be like mothers. They're not just teachers, but they are mothers. That is why Dadi Prakash Mani also we call world mother. It's like Mama was world mother. Dadi Janki, she was also like a world mother. How she sustained everyone so well. She gave so much love. So if we saw Dadi Janki, we saw Dadi Prakash Mani, we can imagine how Mama must be like. So Mama left the body at a very young age of 46, 47. But then when she left the body in 1965, on 24th of June, there was a very big question. How Mama left the body so soon? But then Baba gave very, you know, big realization to the trans messengers that Mama has a very big role to play in the future as well. She had a lot of karmic accounts to settle, which she settled in this life, but her future, she has a very great role to play. She is going to become the leader of the advanced party. Because before Mama had left the body, there was no mention of advanced party. But then after Mama left the body, the message came from Avyakt Bab Dada that now Mama is the leader of the advanced party. So then after that, of course, some dadis left the body and then they all went into the advanced party. And Baba said that these advanced party souls, they are great yogi souls. And how these souls will then give birth to deities. They will give birth to deities. They will create the base for golden age. So we are seeing how all the dadis have nearly left their bodies. We have just Ratan Moini Dadi with us, who's the original jewel. And of course, these original jewels, they have a very big role in the advanced party. And as time is running out, we are coming very close to the end of the cycle, and we have to become Bap Saman, we have to become like Mama, we have to become like the Dadis. But then we know that, of course, what they did, we may not be able to do that much, but at least we can take the inspiration from Mama, from the Dadis, and then whatever we can do, we should be able to do it. We should be able to sustain others. There are many more who are going to come in the future, and we should be able to sustain them because they will not be able to see Mama, Baba, the Dadis as they'll be seeing only us. So we have now a very great responsibility of sustaining those souls who are going to still come in the future. Because those souls are going to come in the future, they are very weak souls. So we have to not only sustain them through knowledge, but also sustain them through power, sustain them through love, because that's what the souls will need now. So, how much we have to fill in ourselves, only then we'll be able to serve others. So now Baba has given this responsibility to all of us, and we have to bear this responsibility on our shoulders and thereby serve humanity. Okay? Yeah, so we take inspiration from Mama. 24th of June 1965, Mama left the body. Really, it was a really great shock for me at that day, because I had just finished school and I was starting college in 1965. 24th of June was the first day of college. I just come back from college and I came to the center, and at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Mama left the body on 24th of June. We got the message immediately in Mumbai. I was in Mumbai. Mama left the body in Madhuban. She gave grapes to everyone in the morning. Therefore, grapes have a very great significance on Mama's day. Everyone is given grapes. And how we got the news that about 7 o'clock that Mama had left her body. And it was a very big shock for me. But then the message came after that how Mama is now the leader of the advanced party, because she has a very important role in the future. So we have to wait and watch. Baba also tells us to wait and see. The future is very, very interesting. The end is coming soon, but it is going to be a very interesting end, and we have to be prepared for that. Only when we are ready, then we can face that end, because everything will happen suddenly. As it will happen suddenly, Baba says you have to be ever ready. And for being ever ready, you have to have that, effort done for a long period of time. So long time effort is necessary to be ever ready, and then to face anything which will happen suddenly. So only we will, if we have a long period of effort making, then we can be ever ready. So it's now time to be ever ready, because anything can happen at any time, anywhere, anyhow. Everything will be sudden. So be ready all the time. This is what Baba wants us to do. Like Mama was ready when Mama knew that she had cancer and not many years to live. Mama was ready because she was bodiless anyway. She had developed that control over the senses anyway. She was above pain anyway, and therefore she was ready for everything. She also knew that whatever is happening in the drama is very, very beneficial. So she could accept everything, whatever came in her way, because she had full faith in herself, full faith in Baba, and full faith in the drama. So if we have full faith in all the three, then we can maintain a very, very stable, powerful stage like Mama and all our original jewels, because they were an inspiration for us. And Mama was, of course, the leader. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything. And with all the patience and all the love for Mama, love for the Yajna, love for Madhuban, love for Bharat, love for the golden age, love for your home, the soul world, because that's the place where we have to go and then come in the new world, our sweet birthright from God. Okay, thank you. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Okay, all right. Yes, Sister Ranjan.
Yes, thank you so much, Sheilu. You
Yes,
shared your experience, learning, inspirations from Mama beautifully, and also at the end, you also share with us that what we have to do now and how we can uh, share our experiences, whatever we have received from Baba and Mama both, and how in the future, for those souls who come, how we have to serve them. And so beautiful sharing. We really appreciate your time to be with us. And I just want to ask if anyone has any question.
yeah. Anyone has questions? Most welcome. Yes.
No? Yes, I think,
I have a
yes.
question. Shilu Didi, this is the time when we all Brahmins have to spread gyan and do seva and give Baba's knowledge to others. But when I came here in America, it's been 2 years, and I realized a lot of people, non-BKs, they are very happy in their lives. I mean, they have money, they have relationships, they are happy in their limited family, and it seems like they don't need any gyan or nothing. Whenever we try to, you know, share something with them, they feel like they are not they are so hesitant to accept it because they feel like they are happy in their lives and they don't need all this gyan and this thing. So what should we do to those souls?
No, actually, I remember once, someone brought his son to, to the center. And the father said, because he was in Gyan, but the son was not in Gyan. And he thought that there's no need for this knowledge because I have everything. I'm a businessman. The son was also, quite educated and well off and all that. But the father was in Gyan. So he brought his son. So the son told me, but I really don't need this knowledge. I said, okay, even if you don't need it, you may need it at some time. It's good if you learn it now. There is no harm in learning something new, is it? Is there any harm in learning new if you get an art, if you're able to learn something which is good for you, it's not going to harm you anymore. Who knows? You may need it at some time in your life. You never know. So why not learn it? And then he said, but I don't need it. But then I remember the father said it once. Then the father came and he told his son, see, son, there's no harm in learning anything. I remember the father told the son that you wanted to learn driving. And I told you, son, there's no need to learn driving. You don't have to because we are quite well off. We can afford a driver all the time. Why should you learn driving? There's no need, son. But then what did you tell me? You told me, Daddy, if I learn driving at any time, I may be of need. If I know driving, I will not have to become, subservient to a driver because I know learning. So why not learn something, though, although I may not use it, but there's no harm in learning driving. And Father, you agreed, and I learned driving. And that day the driver had not come. So he drove and brought his father to the center. So the father said, see how good it was, okay, because you only said that if I learn driving, I can be of some help at some or the other time when the driver isn't there. So because you learn driving, you could bring me to the center. So there's no harm in learning. And then, after that, what happened? The mother left the body. Then that one's son left the body. And that person was so upset, so upset. Then his father told him, see, child, now if you practice meditation, you will never be unhappy in life because meditation teaches us to face everything in a very, very powerful way. Anything can happen anytime. So meditation is good for you, good for facing any situation in life, because anything can happen anytime. So if people learn meditation, it will only be useful to them at the time of need, because you never know when you will need it. It's an art. There's no harm in learning an art. Meditation is an art of living. So if this is made, to be understood to everyone, then they will want to learn. It's not only if they have sorrow, then they will learn meditation. Learn it as an art. Learn it as a science. Learn it as the need in life. Understand?
Thank you,
Okay?
Will. Thank you, Shilu Benji.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you very much. And it reminds us of your visit to Dallas, and sister want to show some pictures. And so we are also having another program soon of a yoga day program. So those who are online, you may continue, and we will be starting our yoga exercise shortly. So we will see Sheila Didi's visit to Dallas and few pictures.
Okay, thank you.
The picture outside. Tapasadam. Tapasadam.
Yeah, I remember the retreat center. Yes, thank thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. I hope in the drama we'll see you soon in Madhuvan, or you can come visit us here again. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you everyone for joining with us. You may continue if you want to join for physical yoga.
I leave, now?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.